Sci-fi adventures are more than just action. They take you to worlds you've never seen before, push characters to their limits, and turn simple survival into something unforgettable. From dangerous jungles and distant planets to places where everything feels like it's trying to kill you, these stories pull you in and don't let go. They're not just movies, they're journeys. So today we're diving into 10 epic sci-fi adventure films you need to watch. Number 10. Space Pups. At first, Space Pups feels like a simple, almost playful sci-fi adventure. A group of kids suddenly comes across something unexpected. Small alien creatures that don't seem dangerous at all, but clearly don't belong here. In the beginning, it feels like a fun discovery, something unusual, even exciting, but that feeling doesn't last for long, because very quickly it becomes clear these creatures aren't here by accident. They're running from something. And that's when the story shifts. What started as a light encounter turns into a chase, and the kids are no longer just watching, they become part of it, trying to protect something they don't fully understand. What makes the film interesting is its simplicity. It doesn't try to be complex or heavy. It just tells a fast, easy-to-watch story with a bit of emotion behind it.
They're headed to the alien ship.
Number 9. Finch. Finch begins in a world that feels quiet, but completely broken. After a solar disaster, Earth has become almost uninhabitable, and most of humanity is gone. The story follows Finch, one of the last survivors, living alone with his dog, trying to stay alive in a harsh, empty world. From the very beginning, everything feels calm, almost peaceful, but there's a constant sense of loneliness underneath. Knowing he doesn't have much time left, Finch decides to build something unusual, a robot, not to save the world, but to take care of his dog after he's gone. And that's where the film shifts. As they travel together, the robot slowly begins to learn what it means to be human, through mistakes, emotions, and small, simple moments. What makes Finch stand out is how personal it feels. It's not about mashed-ab or action. It's about connection, loss, and the need to leave something behind.
Get into the mountains. Those things will happen. Like 150-degree heat, UV radiation.
Number 8. Jumanji. Jumanji starts like a simple game, but very quickly turns into something much more dangerous. Two kids discover an old board game and decide to play, not realizing that every move they make brings something from the game into the real world. At first, it feels exciting. Strange events, unexpected surprises, a real sense of adventure. But that feeling doesn't last. Very quickly, the consequences become real. Wild animals appear in the city. Chaos spreads and the game refuses to stop. And that's when everything changes. It becomes clear that the only way to fix it is to finish what they started. What makes Jumanji so memorable is how it blends fantasy with real stakes. It takes a simple idea, a game, and turns it into a full-scale adventure where every move matters. Even today, it still feels unique. A film that captures that sense of childhood curiosity, mixed with real danger. Number 7. Waterworld. Waterworld drops you into a world where almost no land is left. The entire planet is covered by ocean, and survival depends on what you can find, trade, or take. From the very beginning, everything feels harsh. Resources are limited, trust is rare, and danger is never far away. At the center of the story is a lone drifter, someone who has learned to survive in this broken world, relying only on himself and avoiding others whenever possible. But that changes when he meets a woman and a young girl who may hold something incredibly valuable, a clue to dry land. And suddenly it's no longer just about survival. It becomes a journey across a dangerous, endless ocean, with enemies constantly chasing them, and hope that might not even be real. What makes Waterworld stand out is its idea. A world completely covered by water doesn't feel impossible, and that's exactly what gives the film its edge. Number 6. John Carter. John Carter begins not in space, but on Earth. A former soldier, tired of war and everything around him, suddenly finds himself transported to another planet, Mars. But this isn't the Mars we expect. It's a living world, filled with strange creatures. ancient civilizations, and conflicts that have been going on for years. At first, Carter doesn't understand what's happening, but very quickly he realizes something unusual. On this planet, he's stronger, faster, almost unstoppable, and that changes everything. What begins as confusion turns into a journey, as he's pulled into a war that isn't his, but slowly becomes his responsibility. What makes the film stand out is its scale. It's a classic adventure story. A new world, new rules, and a hero trying to find his place in the middle of it all.
I was too late once. I won't be again.
Number 5, King Kong. King Kong begins like an ambitious expedition. A film crew travels to a mysterious, uncharted island, a place no one truly understands but everyone is drawn to. At first, it feels like a classic adventure, a journey into the unknown. But that changes very quickly. The island isn't empty, it's alive, filled with massive creatures, constant danger, and a world that feels untouched by time. And then, Kong, not just a monster, but something far more complex. As the story unfolds, the film shifts from pure adventure into something deeper. It's no longer just about survival. It becomes a story about connection between two completely different worlds. What makes King Kong stand out is how it balances spectacle with emotion. It's big, intense, and visually powerful, but at the same time, deeply human. Number 4, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Rise of the Planet of the Apes begins not with action, but with an experiment. Scientists are developing a drug to cure Alzheimer's, something that could change millions of lives. At first, it looks promising. A young chimpanzee named Caesar begins to show remarkable intelligence. He learns quickly, understands more than expected, and very soon it becomes clear this is something different. But as the story unfolds, everything starts to shift. It's no longer just about science. It's about consequences. As Caesar grows and begins to understand the world around him, he also starts to see how it really works. Control, fear, and the way humans treat those they don't understand. And that's where everything changes. What makes the film so powerful is how real it feels. It doesn't push the idea too far. It shows a future that feels possible, where one breakthrough can lead to something much bigger.
Finish it.
Number 3, The Martian. The Martian begins with a mission gone wrong. A team of astronauts is forced to evacuate Mars after a powerful storm, leaving one man behind, believed to be dead. But he survives, alone on an empty planet, with limited supplies and no way to contact Earth. The situation seems hopeless. But instead of panic, he does something unexpected. He starts solving the problem. Using science, logic, and whatever he has, he turns survival into a challenge. Step by step, he finds ways to grow food, repair equipment, and eventually try to reach Earth. And slowly, what once seemed impossible begins to feel possible. What makes The Martian so engaging is its tone. Even in a life-or-death situation, it never feels hopeless. It stays optimistic, focused, and surprisingly human.
Rejected the mission.
So, if we do this?
We're talking mutiny. If anything goes wrong, we die.
Number 2, Mad Max, Fury Road. Mad Max. Fury Road doesn't take its time, it throws you straight into chaos. A desert world where survival depends on speed, fuel, and power, and where the strongest rule everything. From the very beginning, there's almost no pause. Engines roar, explosions fill the screen, and the chase never really slows down. But beneath all that action, there's a clear goal. A small group is trying to escape a brutal system, chasing something that might not even be real: freedom. As the journey unfolds, the film becomes more than just a chase. It's about survival, rebellion, and the need to break free from a world that feels completely broken. What makes Fury Road stand out is how relentless it is. Fast, intense, and visually overwhelming, but still focused on a simple, powerful idea. Number 1, Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park begins with a simple but powerful idea. What if we could bring dinosaurs back to life? At first, it feels like a breakthrough, a scientific miracle that turns imagination into reality, as a group of experts is invited to a remote island to witness it for themselves. And for a moment, it's incredible. Dinosaurs walking again. A world that was lost, brought back. But that feeling doesn't last, because something like this can't be controlled forever. Systems begin to fail. Containment breaks down, and the island quickly turns into a place where survival is the only thing that matters. What makes Jurassic Park so timeless is how real it feels. It's not just about dinosaurs, it's about Snowdior. It's about the consequences of going too far, and the moment when control slips away.
The theme parks had delays. When they opened Disneyland in 1956, nothing worked. But John, if the Pirates of the Caribbean breaks down, the pirates don't...